Alrighty, hello and welcome to the channel, and for today's video, it's gonna be a voiceover because all this was pre-recorded in the wee hours of the morning and, well, I didn't want to wake the kid up. I was led to believe that there might be a way to find some legendary animals by a commenter in the last video. That the legendary animals may just be normal animals but with varying fur types. So today I took out the 308 and the 223 sportsman rifles and decided to have a look in Pawnee Meadows and just see what we can find. On top of that, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put a time code in the bottom of the actual hunt track just to show how fast-paced this game can be, just to kind of prove a point. This entire hunt, I believe, took maybe an hour and 10 minutes, and we got quite a lot accomplished in that short period of time. But I forewarn you that this is probably some of the sloppiest hunting I have ever done. So right off the bat, I spawn in, and pretty much almost immediately, there are two elk coming up over that hill, and they both appear to be darker in color than normal. I decide to try and take them both. Sloppy shooting never pays off, but luckily in this game, I can just fast travel and try and get ahead of them. And sure enough, just like I expected, here come both of them running right towards me. Now that they're both down, let's take a look. It looks darker. I don't know if I would necessarily call it rare, but there is no identifier saying it is a legendary animal or anything like that. While glassing around and actually eyeballing a third dark elk, I spin around to see two rams just walking right up on me. Again, probably not my best shooting, or even close to good shooting. Nothing fancy, but can never complain about a mature. I spot a red fox off in the distance, and I happen to notice that it's going towards the original cabin, which gives me the idea of trying the fast travel trick again. It does eventually go down. Now this one here actually probably had some of the most substantial color differences, with pretty much having a very dark keister. But being just an adult, I didn't really want to keep it because I still don't know if that qualifies as a legendary animal. Almost immediately though, I do identify another red fox approaching me. Finally, a decent shot. Now this one just looks like a normal red fox. Next, I spot a couple odd-colored wild boars and decide to go for them next. And again with the sloppy shooting, but it's a video game and I just want to see the colors right now. I decide to fast travel to try and get ahead of it, and, well, sure enough, I find it. This is where I start to question if they're actually colored differently, or if this is more of the effects from the changes they made to the lighting system, because it didn't look this dark from a distance. I spot another boar that looks normal at this range and decide I want to take it for comparison, again trying to fast travel to the tent that it's right next to. I'm a little confused because not only does this one not look like the one I already spotted, but it's female and the one I spotted was male. But take it all the same. And again, on closer inspection, I'm not sure I'm getting the visual difference. But how about a third dark elk? Because, well, why not? Yep, looks like the last two. Now, someone in the comments had asked me to try for a long-range shot, so here's a ram at about 580 yards. I forget that it doesn't show uncabin claimed animals in your licenses, so I'm going to go ahead and take a whack at it all the same. Miss, but good for ranging. And that's what I'm looking for. Of course, I'm confused about hunting without a license, because again, I forgot that I've already filled my tag, but it doesn't show that until you claim them at the cabin. And a 579-yard lung shot. Now, if only I could get the rest of my shooting for this hunt to be that good. But again, I'm rushing things and kind of Call of Dutying it just to be able to check everything out. Now, I get a call from a coyote. Slight problem. The reason I'm actually in this stand is I'm working on calling in this cougar. And then for some reason I also get in my head that they're two different caliber sizes. So I'm going to attempt to try and nab both at the same time. By the time I spin around, he's already too fast and too far. But on the plus side, the coyote's down. Now, waiting for the cougar to return, I see this bobcat that looks really light in color compared to the rest, and decide to call it in and try and get a good look at it. Ah, there's my bad shooting. But at least it didn't scare my cougar. Now, I actually didn't notice this when I was shooting at it, but it almost appears to have, like, tiger stripes. But again, no indicator as to whether or not this is the legendary animal I'm looking for. Now, on the plus side, I do spot that bobcat that was light and colored back by the cabin, and I decided fast travel to try and catch up to it. After watching it for a second, I'm pretty confident I can get ahead of it and finally bring this thing down. The perfect shot. Finally, I actually get something in one shot. And again, it appears lighter in color and the patterns on it seem a little more defined, but I still don't know if that's legendary or if that's just because of the lighting adjustments. Now, out of all those animals, the only one I actually ended up keeping was the cougar. Now, once back in the lodge, the stripes don't seem so defined, and again, it may just be due to the lighting adjustments, and honestly, I can't tell if there is a difference from before now. I would need to pull up a reference picture, which I don't have. The bobcat also, I actually did end up keeping that one as well. And again, I can't really tell if there's a difference, and part of me honestly believes that these are not the legendary animals. If they are, they don't really, well, they don't seem all that legendary. I mean, we just grabbed a bunch, and that counter is still accurate. At this point in time, it's been an hour and 15 minutes since the start, and we grabbed quite a few of them. So in my opinion, and this is again just my opinion, I don't think these are legendary animals. Maybe they added some rare fur types. Problem being, of course, is now you have to decide whether you want the fur type or the trophy score when it comes to which singular animal you can keep in your trophy lodge. Funnily enough, the last video was recorded probably about 4 hours after the release of the update. However, I somehow missed by probably mere minutes that originally the update notes were posted with more information about legendary animals, and they took that information down. They decided to offer you more of a challenge by not giving you the prerequisites for the legendary spawns, which kind of leads me to believe that either I've already met those somehow without knowing it, and so have other people, or these are not legendary animals. And again, without any kind of guidance as to, is it some challenge, is it an achievement, is it a time of day or place, like, I don't get it. So, but that being said, that does it for this one. Just a quick little video. If you have any interest in helping support the channel, there are links in this description down below. There are buttons if you liked it, buttons if you didn't, and as always, buttons to push. Until next time.